Can this work? They're running back everything, it seems. They're not going to get better on the field. They're probably going to get worse for salary cap reasons. Does it all make sense to you?
I mean, I think it does make some sense. Unless you can make a major upgrade at coach, I think that they're right. They know what they need to fix. So the idea that they need to blow everything up, I think might be a bit of an exaggeration. Mike McCarthy needs to get better at game management. They need to be more focused on penalties at practice and eliminate those in the games. Like, those are clear things to change. They have a great offensive coordinator, or at least a very good offensive coordinator, and a very good defensive coordinator. The idea that Jimmy Johnson is putting out there that kind of like that Jerry Jones made the wrong decision and like he should blow it all up, I think is a bit of an exaggeration. If you can get Sean Payton, yes, everyone get the hell out. Sean Payton, come in here and do whatever you want. But anybody else other than that, I feel like it doesn't really make sense to blow it all up. You got incremental things that you need to address. And we're not quite sure that Jerry Jones made the absolute wrong decision, because last year wasn't a complete bust. Like, they were better last season by the end of the season than I thought they were going to be before the season started. And that's all that anybody cares about, is how I feel about it.
But even what you're saying, get Sean Payton, everybody else get out of here, let Sean Payton do what he's doing. Like, even that tells you there's no faith in Mike McCarthy. It feels like, oh, hey, Jimmy Garoppolo should just go to the Browns because he may not be the guy, but maybe he'll be a little better until they get the guy. Like, that's what Mike McCarthy feels like. Yeah. He's the guy until Sean Payton says he's ready to come back to coach. And a team, to me, that's not how you want to set up a team heading into an offseason in which they just got bounced from the playoffs in the first round. Like, that doesn't sound like success to me.
He earned that, though, right? He earned it.
But if you're going to keep him.
But the way that he coached this season and the errors we saw early on in the season that he didn't get better throughout and then obviously cost him in the playoffs, that's a big deal. But I completely agree with Fox. Like, I think the coordinators staying saved his job because they can bail you. I mean, you have two good coordinators. You have a good staff. You have a guy who's got, in Dan Quinn, who you can tell the locker room has rallied around. So all of those things are good. And if you do bring in another head coach, maybe you lose those guys because you don't know which one you want to hire. Right. There's a lot of moving parts. And so sticking with him might not have been the worst decision to make, right? Because ultimately you do know the areas that you need to improve. You can improve those. Maybe Jerry says, hey, we're going to have somebody in your ear that's going to do these things. But whatever that looks like, I don't think if you blow, unless you can go get to Dominique's point, the Sean Payton right now, where else would you really want to go?
Well, that's fair, but there's also kind of like a Shakespearean element to all of this. I mean, Jerry said last week one of the reasons that Kellen Moore and Dan Quinn are coming back is because, well, both of them would love to be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
What are we doing,
let's see how things
what
go
are we doing, Jerry?
So, like, how does that work?
Well, listen, earlier in the show, I talked about the punching bag that would just come back up. Now it's like single-player rock'em sock'em robots. You know what that is? It's just one person playing. I had it. I didn't have any brothers, so I would just play by myself. And you always knock out the other guy because he's not playing it back. So anyway, that's like McCarthy. Every time he turns on a television, every time he listens to the radio, picks up a newspaper. Yeah. You got your owner saying, well, I got other people here that would really like that job. Wink, wink. Yeah. So they might stick around for that job.
Right.
And McCarthy's like, okay, I really need to get these guys to play better and not have penalties and not be false starting and holding and throwing interceptions when the games are on the line. Like, your head coach has to be accountable. He has to make sure that everyone is held to a high standard, or else there's dysfunction. There's guys that are like, all right, well, if I have a false start, what's the worst that's going to happen?
I'm struggling to remember who said it, but someone made the point last week also that keeping Quinn here in particular with head coaching experience actually makes McCarthy's situation even more tenuous. Because if the season doesn't start well and you want to make an in-season coaching change, you have a coach sitting there who has done it.
Do you know what makes everyone better? Competition.
Yeah.
Competition.
Absolutely.
So when you bring in a roster, you have a 90-man roster, you want to bring the best 90 guys in for camp because you know that if I have 3 or 4 or 5 defensive ends that are fighting for 3 spots, they're all going to be at their best. Same with coaching.
We're not supposed to have competition with the head coach,
everything's supposed to be a competition.
Oh, absolutely.
Everything.
Yeah.
So you're the head coach. You're like, okay, my coordinator, defense, offense, they're all having these interviews. They're all really wanted, and I'm struggling right here in the playoffs to win a playoff game. That's motivating you to be better this year.
That tells me you're not the guy.
There are a lot of factors in this. I agree with that part of it. It doesn't mean it won't work out, but I agree with that part of it. Also, let's see if the division gets better. The Eagles, there's some stuff that division gave them sort of a soft landing this year. We'll see. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.